what's up, Bonnie? Yeah, so I'm taking a break. You know, I've had to watch that video from Isaac Cappy over and over, and I just need a break. And Cobra. Hey, Marty. So I heard, you're going to be on vacation. No connection to the outside world? What's up with that? It's going to be nice. right, get there then. Have a little fun, right? Improvise, you know, jamming. Gotta warm up too, you know. That's too serious, too gloomy, man. I've been, like I said, going over and over this Cappy video, and it is so like gloomy and hopeless. And there's a lot of things in there people are not going to want to hear me say. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be the upcoming. It's very, you know, the video he did is an hour and 20 minutes long, and I'm breaking it down with his eye movements, his mannerisms when he contemplates, he looks one way. And folks, he even lies in it, and I will show you what he does when he's not telling the truth, or when he's trying to. Well, I shouldn't say liar, not telling the truth. He's hiding something from the group in the chat, and it's, you know, it's. I'll show you. It's like he does the same mannerisms over for every single different aspect. He's asked certain questions. You know, he's looking at the chats. You know, from doing live shows as long as I have been, you know, the subconscious mind, we focus in on things that mean something to us, and I'm going to show you how he does that and his mannerisms. It's a shame. It's so long though, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have it done by tonight. Well, I'm going to show you. I have equipment that I can make louder. I can pull the background. There's no one in there with him. And there's no one in there. I'm telling you, no matter what anyone says, there is no one in there. He is just talking. And that's I'm saying. People don't want to hear that stuff. They want to believe someone was in there. They want to believe he was being forced to say the things he was, but he was not. That dog, there is no one in there making that dog bark, or that dog wants to be in the room with him. See, there is a way a police officer interrogates. There's a way that a police officer interrogates. And he does it. There is a science to movement, and when he contemplates something, when he needs to give an answer, when he's talking about things that he thinks about a lot. I can show you, and I'm gonna point all that out, and you'll see the same things. It's almost like marking places in the video for him to look, and he looks at those same places whenever he's dealing with the same issues. One thing he does is he has tics that he will mess around with his beard. He will twist his mustache, and he will chew his lip whenever he talks about God. It's just the same mannerism. That's habits that we develop. He's got the door shut. He doesn't want. I'm telling you, I've watched that thing a bunch of times. I'm so burnt out on it, and he says that's going to be his last video, right? But then at the end, he says he might come back. So he liked the attention he was getting, but he is very hopeless. He is very ashamed of what he did. And I'm going to be able to show you that what he did was with his body. And I'm going to be able to show you that he, sometimes the way we answer questions reveal the truth. And I'm going to show that as well. He did something with his body. Don't know yet, but I have my ideas. And there seem to have been people in the chat that were almost making fun of him. And one person even said they knew what happened and they'd already found it if people would just look for it. So I believe whoever he did what he did with were in that chat. No, I don't believe it was a sex video. I do not believe it was a sex video. Remember, he said it happened in a twinkling of an eye, really quick. He made a bad decision, and he talked about how lonely he was all the time. That he's been so lonely. I believe he was set up, and I'll talk more about it. It's such a difficult thing because no one knows for sure, but we can. He will answer a lot of our own questions that we have. I don't think he hurt anyone. And he didn't accept money for anything. He paid money for something. And I think that you'll see. You'll see. Yeah. And he keeps talking about a very good man, And he keeps talking about a very good man. And he every time he talks about this one person, he says, a very good man, a very good man. And he is not, he talks about JFK Jr., but he knows JFK Jr. as much as you and I know JFK Jr. Public shame, yes. Julie Slack is public shame is very hard to overcome, and the whole time he's been talking about pedophiles. He's been talking about a certain subject, and he's saying that subject, that darkness, which is that subject, overtook him. That he spent a lot of time looking at what he was investigating. Very important to remember. We'll be able to look at take his own words and answer a lot of questions. And if we take the questions that he answers, like I said, when you're doing a live show, trust me, your subconscious, it zooms in on the questions that mean the most to you and that you want to answer. You're scanning through them and you stop on the ones, you see the ones that mean the most to you. And I also noticed his eye movements and his concern at other questions that are around the ones that he saw and picked up on. And that is also very telling. And a lot of things in that video, just a lot going on there. A lot going on. Thank you, Teresa. And he didn't die on the 14th, he died on the 13th. But 14 is the day that matters because that's the day we learned of it. If it was some kind of ritual involvement, and I believe that somebody made him do what he did, but it was not, how would you say, at gunpoint or by force. It was by mental manipulation, mind control, a gaslighting mind control type of thing. Thank you, Marty. The problem with that, though, is a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. And the truth doesn't sell. Sensationalism sells. I need views. I need to keep my sponsors. But the truth is it has to be what comes first. Thank you. Thank you, Darlene. Judy, persuasion for sure. Persuasion. Yeah. Yeah. And, I remember I was talking about that book, The Rape of the Mind, and all that, those books I have on mind control. They talk about, how can an American soldier, a POW, when he goes in, he's a patriot. When he comes out, he's praising communism. It is through mind control. Control of your mind. It's a real thing. Thanks, Maz. It's so funny because they also call me, they think I'm doing it for money, and they say that it's all gone to my head. All this fame has gone to my head. There's no fame. I mean, I'm lucky if I get 3,000 views on a video in a month. I mean, it's the weirdest thing. I mean, it's just people attacking, that's all. A combination of the people on Twitter saying that I'm a pedophile, saying that I'm a Freemason, a Satanist, and people like Justin Heck. Yes, you, even if you come and see, if you're on this channel, which I know you are, things that he says, people say that stuff. And like in the Matrix, he's been saying that I'm part of this triple X bloodline. I don't even know what that is, but you know what's happening within the Matrix with the Ramtha cult. That's just crazy. If you read Neon Revolt Stand on Twitter, it's kind of going crazy too. I'll say I've never had, like I always say, I've never had a relationship with with I hate to say fan base, but you know what I mean, like an audience. And I've never had such a relationship with an audience like I do with you guys. And I've never had any of this happen before either, because it's different. See, it's so many people have access to it, and trolls are trolls. I mean, there's always been trolls, but they never have access to you. Yeah, Judy, I saw that. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I don't get it. I think liberals. I think liberals are like they're waking up to the truths of socialism and how bad it's. So we have a lot of liberals in the Republican Party, a lot of new Democrats come over to the Republican Party, or even if they stay Democrat, and they're liberals and they have a different worldview, they have a mindset. And I'm telling you, the thing about socialism does not want a man or a woman to be proud of themselves, to have confidence. You can't become an individual. Socialism destroys individualism. Maz, yeah, maybe if I wore a top hat, yeah. Teresa McNally, ESV, for to set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the spirit is life and peace. Look what God gave me. 806, what you it's crazy. You're talking about the Holy Spirit revealing something to you. Like that old man, that Mason in our Facebook group, he said that the Holy Spirit was a her. That's typical of Masons as well. I just call him an old fool. They don't like it. If you call trolls out, they'll say stuff like, and you call yourself a Christian and you say that, oh, what a girl, yeah, that's just the way they do. It's the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. If they're, I don't think that they are like, I don't think that they're like imposters or part of some scheme to bring me down. I think they're just really lost people who cannot stand for someone to like themselves or to be liked. Yeah, it does, Teresa. And Isaac Cappy was controlled by his own mind, by his own wants and desires, by his flesh. And he was looking into very horrible things. Horrible, horrible. And and what does the Lord say about what we allow our eyes to see? Eyes invade. Their eyes are like a slide or a tunnel or a highway to the heart. Yeah, Teresa, pride of lust, lust, pride kills. Yeah, and I think that I think he says over and over in that video that he's become one of them. One of them. Who are them? The pedophiles that he's been trying to rat out or root out. And he said that the darkness consumed him, it overtook him. And he even said that he spent too much time looking into the darkness, looking at all that stuff. And he was set up. Someone, some people, um, he was the target, and they went after his instincts, his nature, his loneliness. And I believe that he was put in a situation to do the things that he has been coming out against. And according to him, it's going to come out. We're going to know. But that he was put into a situation to do the things that he spoke out against. And he's going to be made to look very bad. Maz, you say you watched the video. I don't know if you see the one with the comments in the chat, but there are. You need to keep an eye on that chat as well, because there is a person, M Miles, at M Miles in there, I think her name was, and I looked her up on Twitter. Not a single tweet or anything, and she said that she found it. She said that anyone that wants to know what happened can find it. She said that to him, and I'm not convinced that she was a good guy. I think she was telling him, anyone that wants to find it will be able to find it soon. And it was the original Kaleidoscope, I think it's called, where he did the original video. All the comments there. I'm going to have it in mind. I recorded the screen because it's important to break it down, because we got to see these, and I'm going to show you. I'm praising God that I'm saved. You know, I read that eulogy to you guys from Fiona, and unless she talked to him later after that video, I don't see I don't see an evidence of salvation in that video. I don't see it at all. Um, he also contradicts himself several times, which is very important. He says, he doesn't want to stay because people would be put in danger. And then later he says that no one is in danger. It's him. So he contradicts himself. And I think there's a reason. He does drugs. It's obvious. And he says drugs were not involved. Well, we'll have to look at where his eyes look when he lies or when he wants to mislead. There were people in the video, in the chat, in the video that kept on and on at him, to give it to the Lord. He'd say that you have to work to keep the light in you and all that. And people were saying, no, salvation is free. People were saying, you don't have to work. You just have to believe in the Lord and confess. He was overtaken with shame. Yeah, it was a troubling, very troubling thing, and like I said, I wanna continue to look at it. I want to continue to look at it because I want to continue to look at it, and I want to help people see some things. I hit a bad note there. Hey Titus, how are you, man? Hey, I hope you guys get that playlist, the music playlist, and just let it play. I need the time, the watch time, the watch hours. I'm so close to that 10,000 mark. So close. Well, I want views on both channels. The views on this channel go toward trying to get this one monetized because, by the way, I am filling out that new thing from the White House to people that for social media that discriminates against us because of political beliefs. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, David. Trying to keep this one PC. Trying to keep it all music. What I need to do is play while I talk, so their bots can't really pick it up too much. Kaz, how did they destroy his mind? Are you talking about Cappy? David, you're right. You're absolutely right. Oh, he may not have been listening, but he was looking into some really dark stuff. And he was around those people. Lady Hawk, what was that movie with what's his name? That kid guy with the black hair. He did the Ferris Bueller movie. Him and what's her name, where she turned into a hawk. What was that movie? Was it called Lady Hawk? I think it was called Lady Hawk. So hey, did you guys notice that, with the subject of the last few videos, we had new people in our in the chat, and we need to be nice and inviting and all that, but when they are new, you definitely feel a difference that they uh they don't share that same bond that we share. Do you notice that? Yeah, it was Lady Hawk. Yeah. You see something? Yeah, Marty, it was strange. But we welcome everybody, right? Well, you got to remember. Yeah, it's good, Titus. It's good that there's new names in there, new people. I need more views so my sponsors keep sponsoring me. Uh, yeah. Lady, hey, what's SRA? What's SRA, Our Lady? Oh, no. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Was he said he was what do you mean turning in SRA victims? Like turning on them? Or telling, just like telling people about them? What do you mean? forgot that desk. We bring it back. Yeah. I'm live. I'm gonna get off right now. Hold on. Oh, look at that. All right, folks. My wife just came home, and I got to get back to that video if I'm gonna do that show on it. Yeah, but pray for me. Pray for me that I guard my mind. I'm not gonna get into the stuff he looks at. I'm not into that. I'm not into that. I don't want to know. I hate, I don't like hearing or seeing a lot about pedophilia. I know it's there, and I know it's real and it's horrible, but I am not the one to take it on. I'm not the one, because that's disturbing. Disturbing. Hey, we'll see you later.